and welcome to 10 Minute Tea Break with me, Paul.
And me, Mark.
Obviously, this exists within the Pickup universe, and you can find us on the Pickup, and it'll be in the description and all that kind of stuff. So, hit like, hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us a thing. If you give us a thing, that's nice, isn't
it?
Yeah. 10 minute tea break. We're going to set our 10-minute timer, and today I thought it'd be quite funny if you try and convince me to watch Love Island, because I think it's dross, and you watch it, don't you? So I just think it's a bit of a fun.
Yeah, it's obviously finished now, but next series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like to become a fan of.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. So like, I'll go first.
Yeah.
I think it's awful.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I've kind of never really watched it.
Yeah.
It just seems like, let's not go there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The people just seem awful. And just the whole thing, it just doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. But I thought that about you. You watch it every time, don't you? So.
But to be honest, I can't really argue with the people are awful, and it is awful, to be honest. Not forming a great argument here, but I am a big fan of reality TV in general, and I've always, from Big Brother at a young age, I've been obsessed with like Big Brother and that sort of stuff, haven't I? And
you nearly like tried out for Big Brother, didn't you?
Yeah, to consider applying a couple of times. But yeah, I think it gives you sort of like a routine over a certain number of weeks, which is quite comforting, I suppose. It's not like 9 o'clock every night, I know I'm going to be doing this, or if I'm not, then I'll watch it the next morning or whatever, and I've recorded it and stuff. So I suppose it gives you like something to get stuck into over a long number of weeks.
It's so you're saying it's a long form piece of content, really, aren't you? It's the format. Is the point of it just to be in a couple, or is it to be in the best couple? And then how do you define that? What's the definitions?
So they all get coupled up at the start.
By the show?
No, so like, I think there's like the lads or the girls are standing in a line, and then the lads come in one by one and like choose who they're most attracted to or whatever, and then once they choose a girl, they're in a couple then. But then another lad could come along and then choose the same girl that the lad in front just picked, sort of thing, and then he gets to go in the couple. It's all a bit weird to start with anyway, but obviously they don't really know each other at that point. And then over the coming days, they get to know each other and stuff, and probably swap couples and stuff. And then throughout the series, you have recouplings. So, they add people in as well. Like, there's a lot of people added in throughout the series. So if you're in a couple and you've been in for a couple of weeks, and then someone else comes in who you prefer, and I hate some of the phrases they use, like turn the heads. So it's all, I guess, it's just the most popular couple win. Yeah, you're right, really. It's usually one of the ones who've been together since early on who wins, to be honest. And it is trash, and it's like, there's a lot of, like, this series in particular, the last one, there was a lot of dead episodes, not a lot of drama went on. There was a few good moments, and it is losing its way. I know I'm not trying to commit you here, but like, maybe I'm talking myself out of watching the next series instead.
I'm totally happy with
that. I think it's losing its way, like X Factor did, and stuff like that. Really, it's a bit of a tired format now.
Yeah. So on a like a more wide on a wider note, I think TV shows lifespans have become a lot shorter, and should be shorter, because what's the point in doing Celebrity Jungle, whatever it's called, get me out of here. Celebrity. for the 25th time.
Yeah, I know.
What's the point?
Yeah, you all
Who's
know.
watching it?
All
And
the
I know
challenges
thing
are the
is-
same every year. Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone's going, oh, can we do the typhoon or whatever it's called? Cyclone.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
It's the same every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are we watching this?
I know.
You know, and like, don't get me wrong, that one is on in my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like every now and like, you know, I'm not really bothered about sticking with it through the course of it.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't bother me whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'll dip in and out because I just know that it's the same every year, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wow, they've lost weight, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, all this kind of stuff. And I just think, you know, with Love Island, I'm wondering how long that's got before they have like a threshold of viewership or whatever.
Yeah, especially
and
because of everything that's happened with like Caroline Flack and, you know, like a lot of other people on who's appeared on the show have had mental health problems or even, you know, committed suicide as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like issues around the show and controversy, and I do think that however much they try and improve it, there's always going to be, you know, there are always going to be normal people going into a reality show coming out with millions of followers on Instagram, and their life's completely different and they're getting trolled and stuff. Like, is it worth it these days, sort of thing?
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like for me, so like at my point of view on Love Island is that it's Coldplay TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like it kind of and that's fine.
Yeah.
So like I remember listening to, I think it was Scroobius Pip's podcast,
Yeah.
Distraction Pieces, years ago, and it was when I was kind of a bit of a music snob, and like I hold my hands up, I absolutely was a music snob.
Yeah.
I try to stop myself from being that now because I'm now aware of it, if you know what I mean. I was never aware of it. It was just like being young and making mistakes and everything.
Yeah.
However, I remember listening to that podcast and him talking about James Blunt
Yeah.
and him saying James Blunt is music for people that don't like music.
Yeah.
And it was a huge turning point in my head. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not everyone's had the same lived experience as me. Not everyone has the same opinion as me.
Yeah.
I'm one weird person on this planet.
Yeah.
And my opinion has no bearing on anything other than my experience. Do you know what I mean? It was amazing. I love that one sentence changed my life a little bit, you know. And Love Island is that, and it's kind of one of them things where am I going to get addicted to it if I start watching it?
Yeah.
Because, you know, bad TV is good, it's fine.
Yeah.
Coronation Street's been running for 70 years or whatever it is. EastEnders has been running for 157 years, I think, by this point. You know, like, these things are on TV every single day and, like, people are fine with it.
Yeah.
That is mental.
Yeah. I think the thing is, probably the main reason I watch it is because it is the closest format that still exists to Big Brother.
Yeah.
Because it's like every night, sort of, you know, it's a bit more scripted than Big Brother and a bit more produced, which is to its detriment, I think.
Yeah.
But obviously trying to appeal to like a younger audience. But again, there isn't Big Brother anymore, so that's the closest I can get to it, I suppose.
I'd love them to bring that back. You know?
Yeah, that is the ultimate one, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't want them to because I fear that like if they brought it back, it would be in a more scripted way.
Yeah, more like Love Island. Yeah.
To, as you say, to kind of appeal to people whose attention spans might not be as what they were 15 years ago when it was on, and it was kind of in its heyday.
Yeah. And
plus, again, it was cancelled for a reason.
Yeah.
The as you say, the format is tired, isn't it? I was thinking about one before as well, Castaway. Remember that on T4?
Yeah.
That was class.
Yeah.
I mean, that was trash. I'm totally fine with trash TV. I was just kind of saying, I don't think I've got time for for another one. I think that's just...
Yeah. I mean, my ultimate is 90 Day Fiancé, and maybe we'll do another 10-minute tea break about that.
You're opening a whole kind of worms there, because I've never even heard of that one, I don't think.
It's fantastic. I've not got enough time left in this episode to explain. But We'll do an episode on 90 Day Fiancé.
Well, to be fair though, so like I will hold my hands up. I've just started watching the UK Married at First Sight new series of that.
That's another thing that's on sort of every night, is it? Or,
Yeah, and it's like it's awful.
Yeah.
It's such it's so repetitive.
Yeah.
You know, and you can kind of see what's coming.
Yeah.
But as you say, sometimes it's nice to have a thing that you know
Like a
you're gonna
comfort
do.
thing,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And seeing how weird other people are makes you feel better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, in general, this series was poor. The couples were boring, and the characters were quite boring. Really, everyone played it safe. Maybe it's because it was like the first one back after COVID and stuff, and it was all a bit weird with like bubbles and stuff.
Yeah.
Like when the parents came in and like they couldn't hug them and stuff, it was weird. But yeah. Alarm is about to go off. There we go. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, I don't think I've convinced you to watch it, have I?
I don't think so.
No.
It's one of them where I think I'm at me fill with kind of trash TV, and I think it's having the time to do it as well,
definitely,
isn't it?
Yeah. So I think with this now, now I've got actually something to fill my time. I might not watch the next series.
I think you will.
Or maybe we will, and we can do a show out of it.
Maybe we should live stream me watching my first one.
Yeah.
We should get really, really drunk and then just have me watch Love Island. Yeah. that is a series, or a show.
So yeah, let us know what you guys think about Love Island, or any reality. What's your favourite reality TV show? Put it in the comments. And
it'd be nice to have a little bit of a chat about that with other people.
Like and share the video, and we'll see you on the next one.